Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to PMDC Online Lecture Room. I am Shah Faisal. Today we will discuss about detection of elements and organic compounds. So there is a long question and exercise. Question number 4. Elaborate the detection of various elements and organic compounds. An organic compound contains carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, and halogens. This can be detected as first of all, detection of carbon. Carbon is present in all organic compounds. For its detection, take a test tube in which the sample organic compound is introduced with dry copper oxide in 1:3 ratios. The test tube is connected with a delivery tube. The other end of the delivery tube is dipped in lime water. On heating, the carbon of organic compounds is converted into carbon dioxide, which after passing through a delivery tube react with lime water to form a milky solution of calcium carbonate, whereas water is tested by anhydrous copper sulfate test. Look at this diagram. The mixture of organic compound and dry copper oxide are taken a test tube. After heating, the carbon convert into carbon dioxide, which react with a lime water, convert into a calcium carbonate. Detection of hydrogen. For detection of hydrogen, an organic compound, take the sample and a test tube with dry copper oxide in a 1:3 ratio. The test tube is connected with another tube having a white anhydrous copper sulfate. On heating the mixture of hydrogen and organic compound, the hydrogen of organic compound is converted into water vapors, which passing through a delivery tube absorbed by a white copper sulfate. As a result, the white color change into blue, which shows the presence of hydrogen. Anhydrous copper sulfate react with 5 mole of water to form hydrated copper sulfate, a blue color compound. Detection of nitrogen, sulfur, and halogen. Nitrogen, sulfur, and halogens can be detected in organic compounds by sodium extract test or lysine test. For this, sodium extract or lysine solution is prepared first. Preparation of sodium extract or lysine solution. First, the substance heated strongly with sodium metal in a fusion tube till the tube becomes red hot. After heating, dip the fusion tube in a water, then filter the contents. The filtrate is called lysine solution or sodium extract. Detection of nitrogen. Now take some part of the lysine solution in a test tube and add a few drops of sodium hydroxide and few milliliter of freshly prepared ferrous sulfate solution and boil it. After boiling, cool it. So after cooling, add few drops of ferric chloride solution and excess of concentrated hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid. As a result, fluorescent blue, a blue color will be appeared, which shows the presence of nitrogen. Detection of sulfur. Take some part of Lysine solution and a test tube and add some acetic acid first and then lead acetate. The formation of black precipitate of a lead sulfide shows the presence of sulfur. Detection of halogens. There is a short question and exercise. Short question number 2. Why diluted nitric acid is added to a sodium extract before the detection of halogens and organic compounds? So, take lysine solution and a test tube, add a concentrated nitric acid, and then boil it for removal of interfering ions, particularly cyanides, carbonates, sulfides, because these ions also gives precipitate with silver nitrate solution like halogens. So for this reason we add a nitric acid to sodium extract before the detection of halogens. Now add a silver nitrate solution. The formation of white precipitate, which is soluble in ammonium hydroxide solution, shows the presence of chlorine. Pale yellow precipitate, slightly soluble in ammonium hydroxide, shows the presence of bromine, and deep yellow precipitate, insoluble in ammonium hydroxide, shows the presence of iodine in organic compounds. Look at this reaction. Sodium halide plus silver nitrate gives us sodium nitrate and silver halide. If chlorine is present, then it will give us a white precipitate which is soluble in ammonium hydroxide. If bromine is present, then it gives a pale yellow precipitate slightly soluble in ammonium hydroxide, and if iodine is present, it will give a bright yellow precipitate which is insoluble in ammonium hydroxide. Detection of oxygen. The following indirect methods can be used for detection of oxygen in organic compounds. First, when the sample is heated in nitrogen atmosphere alone, the formation of water droplet shows the presence of oxygen. Number second, functional group like hydroxide, aldehyde, carboxylic acid, ketone, if detected in a compound, this confirms the presence of oxygen. Number third, combustion analysis is also used in this analysis. First, a percentage of carbon and hydrogen is determined, and their sum is then subtracted from 100 to get the percentage of oxygen. Exercise MCQs. MCQs number 10. Which of the following element cannot be detected in a given organic compound directly? So option number A, chlorine. Option number B, phosphorus. Option number C, nitrogen. And option number D, oxygen. So the correct option is option number D, oxygen. Assignment. How will we prepare lysine solution or sodium extract? Why diluted HNO3 is added to sodium extract before detection of halogens and organic compounds? Thank you.